Hi, welcome. In this video, I would like to talk about the elements, the astrological elements that people were born under. And I think this is going to be one of the most important videos that I will be doing and have done so far, although all of them are. But this is of such importance. And so it's to do, as I said, with your element, okay, that you were born under, like air, earth, fire, water elements. So, first of all, a person's name and their birthday is a cosmic calling card. It's like the advert to the world of who they are and what they have come to do as earth stewards. Yeah, let that just sink in just for a minute. We are all earth stewards. Okay. This is something that I did quite a long time ago, and I think I put some of it on Facebook some years ago, and I thought about it. I said, you know what, just actually let me make a video of it. So anyway, so our name tells the world our purpose and our date of birth. And so, hence the mandatory, right, census worldwide for the controllers to know what we came to Earth to do. It's not just about counting how many people were born in a particular town, area, country. That's important, but the deeper meaning behind it is they're looking for who's come to do what as earth stewards. Because remember that we are in a spiritual fight, warfare uh, for our minds or talents um, or where it's gone from me, but like our minds or talents or abilities and so on. And so much of this is represented within the name or name. As I said, our name is our calling card, right? And it's so important when anyone, it's just like digressing, anyone achieves a certain position, they're given the title of Duke, Duchess, Lord, Lady, and so on. And that is how they have to be acknowledged. Otherwise, it's seen as, being like very rude and so on. So to that particular person. But anyway, not to digress. So yeah, they don't want to the powers that be, they have the census, and those who control the planet, they don't like when our name reads as a positive messenger for humanity, and or also not just our name or birthday, but anyway, in each individual, whether you realize it or not, is like a powerhouse of energy and creative energy that is envied and coveted by the controllers, because there are so many of us and not that many of them, right? And so their main aim, their sole aim, is to destroy us from carrying out our cosmic duty. Now, how do you think this planet is maintained? The seas, the lakes, the oceans, nature, and so on. Whether you believe in a God, in whatever religion you may be in relation with, there is a creative energy or a universal energy or spirit or whatever you choose to call it that has employed us humans, shall we say, to help maintain our planet. So, when we choose to come to a planet through our mother's womb, we come with a predetermined plan to carry out and maintain certain functions on the planet. It's like our name and our birth date our experience for this job. We've learned it before we actually came to this earth, obviously, because when we want to become an engineer, a doctor, a cook, a lawyer, we just don't go and apply for that job without having the experience first. And so when we come, before we come into this earth, we've already got that knowledge. And so, like much like we go to university, and when we come out, when we graduate, the letters and titles after our names signifies that we now have the knowledge and ability for such and such, to do such and such, to be able to do such and such. Okay. And so those letters of our names and our numbers of birthday signify knowledge and ability for us to carry out our cosmic task, our cosmic job, as yeah, as basically yeah, that's it. So, but our names can be changed, right, or manipulated, or birthdays cannot. That's just like a fixed thing, a fixed point. You can't change it. Now, our names were given at birth, or the names given at birth was really like an agreement we made before we came to this earth, between or parents, and also other beings in agreement with that, or other teachers of world, if you will, right? And so this was done before we were born in order to carry out a specific task here on earth. Now, sometimes when the task assigned to our original name becomes too much to bear, or we feel that we're not achieving what we came to do via that name, then we have a subconscious desire to change that name, and many people do. Some even do it by default. So, how does that affect the original name plan? Well, that is something that would have to be looked at individually. However, back to what I was saying about us being stewards to maintain certain things on this planet. Now, this is a loaded statement, but true. We have all come to Earth to, to balance, to balance the earth in some capacity or other. In addition to our name, like some of us, we have fire signs, earth signs, air signs, water signs. And but of course, many of us, most of us, when we come to earth, we forget. We instantly forget. When we forget this knowledge of how to maintain and or control these elements, then these same elements can be manipulated by the controllers to cause disasters. And at certain times, we will hear of someone dropping out of existence, being deleted, right? That has a heavy, specific energy element signature. When this happens, then that is one steward, one more steward or one less steward that was supposed to maintain that particular element that is now no more. They're off planet, no more. And so the earth becomes even more in danger from that element going out of control. We are that important, but we don't realize it. At least a lot of us don't. We tell ourselves, we remind ourselves of who we are or what we should be doing, what talents we have or should have had or had but has been dampened down, to a real cosmic job through mediums like films, TV programs, and stories in books and so on. And too many people think that that is just for entertainment purposes, but it's not. No, it's a subconscious reminder to ourselves that, or for, to help us to get back on track and get back to what was stolen from us. Now, the enemy has etherized the atmosphere. Excuse me. My goodness. They even tell us what it is. I mean, up there, what we call the ether. And what is the ether but a substance that's used to knock us out? You know, when we go to the hospital, when we go into the operation table, into the operating room, the first thing they do is to knock us out on the dentist chair so we don't feel pain, but we don't feel anything and we don't remember anything. So, as soon as we are born, we forget who we really are and what we have come to earth to do. It gets wiped out, gone in a flash in that delivery room. And all the time, our subconscious mind is trying to throw up situations to remind us of what we really came to do. So we might dream that we are flying or levitating or swimming super fast, speaking different languages that we can't speak right now, or talking to animals. And in the dream, it just seems so real. You see, the controllers are constantly working to terraform the earth and the atmosphere to stop us human stewards from remembering, from maintaining the earth in balance and harmony. This is why people are deleted out because they have the records of the census. They just need to pull up the computer, look down, you know, here, there, and whatever, to see who will challenge or who has the ability, whether they realize it, but it's within them, to block or stop or slow down something that they might use that's detrimental to us as humans. So they are working hard to take out as many key people as possible, and the rest brainwash and turn into part human and part whatever else. The constant upgrading of technology, where they now want us to have a chip so that they can completely control us. It's just so amazing. And we have no chance of completing our human task, the one we came to perform on earth in the first place, if that is what they succeed in doing to us. So, getting back to our element, earth, air, fire, water element people, obviously the elements are all out of alignment because fire kills. Just one moment. Okay with me. I made it quite far, didn't I, without having a psychic attack. My throat chakra just got severely attacked, and this happens all the time when I'm doing this work. So excuse me, getting back now to our element, earth, air, fire, water, and element people. And this is why sometimes I need to do some notes because I have so many things in my head, and then because of the interference from them trying to stop me, I forget half of what I wanted to say when I finish the video, and I think, oh no. Anyway, so obviously the elements are out of alignment because, like, fire kills so many people, where we have people trapped in burning buildings, where we have like fires all over the world, and even now at this present time today, what, the 12th of July 2026, a Sunday, we have raging fires going on, I think, in Mexico at the moment, but where they said about 12 Britons have been killed, one, no, was it two now, rescued, but intensive in intensive care, severely burnt. So I don't know if they're going to make it. But so we have that, right? And the fire people, the fire element people, this is how important we are, right? The fire people would have been able to control these fires that go out of control, and so it wouldn't hurt anyone. As I said, this is like one of the most important videos I think I'm making, and if not the most, because it deals with the place that we live on, the earth, and our job as stewards to look after it. But we wake up in the morning, we focus on getting through the day, whether it's going to work, looking after children, whatever the case may be. And so, like this little kind of box type prison has been created for us so that we just focus on surviving, unless, of course, the controllers who control everything can live in luxury and ease and so on. But so we forget our jobs and we are made to feel so small, right? And even people who have psychic abilities and don't understand this, they end up in mental hospitals. And so many people in mental hospitals are not really meant to be there. They're just misunderstood, or they can't handle being psychic. They haven't really been taught how to handle it. And we even really shouldn't have to have been taught to do it, because it shouldn't be something natural within us. But that's a story for another time. That word sounds so lovely. So we have like the air element out of control, because hurricanes and tornadoes and cyclones and such occur and wreak havoc all the time. We have the water element out of alignment, because we have destructive floods and tsunamis. Thank goodness, though, that even though many, many of us have forgotten how to maintain the elements associated with them, the elemental stewards, as we can call ourselves, caretakers, protectors, it is still there. This representation is still there with, like, names or birthday numbers and certain acts that we perform without even realizing what we're doing, because we live in a magical universe, believe it or not. Everything we do is magic. And so this acts, like, to some degree, as a stabilizing power, right? But when that person is taken out, like um like that stabilizing power is gone forever. But then thankfully we have people being born that has that same element, and quite similar powers within names and so on. But then we have to wait for that person to grow up. But it's just a mess, really, because unless we're like haphazardly doing our bit. But we need to know this information so that we can focus our attention on what we're supposed to be doing as stewards. I'm an earth sign. I'm Capricorn, born on the 26th of December. And I link very much with the earth, but also water, because uh, my opposite sign is water. And so look at your opposite sign as well, okay? And what can I say? Just as I said, just be aware of your importance. Don't let anyone make you feel otherwise. We're caretakers of this planet. And as I said, our job, our cosmic job, is to look after the planet, maintain it, because without the planet, nobody lives, nobody exists, nobody survives. There is no us. So I think with that, I will leave it there, and I'd love to hear from you. So I hope you find something in this. Take it really seriously, because we need each other. We really, really do. If there's anything that you need more clarity on, just drop me a comment and let me know. Thank you for listening, Diana.